Welcome to the second ever life audit video. I don't know why I said it so slow, but that's what it is. So basically this is Project Awayhide. I launched it in the last part and then I missed December because December was crazy. And here we are in January. So basically, to explain, on the 18th of every month I am intending to do like a little update with you guys about how I have made steps to improve my life and show you a little bit of footage from that month. So I can't show you what I've been working on because it's all virtual. Oh, excuse me. So basically I hit a pretty big hole in December. I realised that everything that I wanted to do in 2025 had been derailed by one crisis or one event after another, starting all the way back in February. I let situations and people take my focus away from me, and that's fine to recognise and draw a line under, and now it's time to actually get back to me. So the way that I decided I was going to get away from this and to do a whole mental reset was to do something called Hibernate. Now you may have heard me speak about this either on stream, on social media, or in fact on here. The idea being I want to withdraw myself for the month of winter. It's normally the most negative month anyway, mental health wise, because there's a lack of light. And during these 3 months I'm going to work on myself physically and mentally, and then with content creation. But it was a huge mountain to try and get a grip on, because I had goals videos that I hadn't put out in months. I had 96 games that I had started and not finished. I had all these projects that I wanted to do that I just abandoned, including this one, because, and quite simply, I was working too much. So when I got home, I was drained, or when I shut my laptop because I work from home, I was drained, and the last thing I wanted to do, I didn't even want to game anymore, which was a warning for me because I love gaming. And I had to sit there in the uncomfortableness of this situation and think, how am I going to pull myself out? And the most obvious one for me was to withdraw from social media. I put messages, if you go onto the socials pages, I've put messages saying hibernate until spring, DMs closed to non-IRL. So family and friends can still get through to me, and co-workers, but no one else, because I need to protect something of me, which is ironic because social media is doing the best it's ever done for me. We hit 1 million views on the gaming YouTube a couple of weeks into December, I think it was. TikTok's doing really well with views. Starting to pick up on Instagram, but I was just feeling so overwhelmed. I needed to withdraw myself from it. I also have started to say no to social situations that I feel if I go, I'm going to feel uncomfortable when I'm there, if that makes sense. So I've withdrawn from a few things and I've prioritised myself, which I try to picture if my audience of Twitch, for example, were in the room, what would they be shouting at me to do? And I think taking time for myself was the first one. So I said to my boss, because I'm going back to university as of January, as of right now, I can no longer do 6-day weeks for months in a row. I've just gone down to what my standard contractual ones are. So I've already got my weekends back, which is a great feeling. Yes, it's a hit on money, but I think the payoff of having energy and feeling more positive, you can't put a price on it. So that's the first thing I did. I cut my work hours down. I actually ended up doing more office days because at home at the moment, because it's winter, I feel isolated. So I'm now going into the office more, thus creating more of a work-life balance in my brain, because most of the work's getting done in the office, it's not getting done at this desk. Therefore, I feel safer at this desk to be creative, if that makes sense. And also having my weekends back means I can do longer streams again and finish all these games that I started and just vibe and feel like me again. So the first major change I've made for Project Awayhide, I've cut my work hours. I never thought I would do that because I've been in this pattern for 3 years, ever since COVID stopped, or was at its peak? I don't remember, but that was the first major change that I did. So I can't show you that, but just take my word for it. I'm working less. I'm filming this on a Saturday when I would normally be working. So you just got to take my word for it. The second major change that I did was what I've dubbed untangled the threads. So like I mentioned, my content was all tangled up within itself. So probably the first major example is the Skyrim playthrough that I did for the YouTube channel. I've now finished it. Literally, the first week of January, where I had no weekend work, I finished the game finally. It'd been going on for 12 months. I would put up a new part every 2 weeks, but then for 6 months, nothing. Because I just couldn't sit down and focus and film it. But that is done. We're about to start Horizon Zero Dawn, and it literally was just a concentration issue. Also, I didn't really vibe at first with the game, but I got into it when I actually had the mental capacity to understand it. So that was the first untangling. The second untangling was the goals videos. So what I decided to do was quite simply start again. So I had some footage. So I got the August goals out, and then I had the footage for the rest of the months, partly because I hadn't done all the goals. I just didn't have the time. And I was like, oh, should I just do like a big bumper one? Should I just delay January's? No, we're going to start again in January. We're going to be kind to ourselves. It's not a failure. There was mitigating circumstances. So you're going to see a January goal video, hopefully in a couple of weeks. And it's going to feature some stuff from 2024 and 2025. That's me untangling the threads and getting a grip back on the goal video, because I really enjoy the process of saying at the start of the month, like, this month I am going to do, and then I can bring you along with me and show you it. And I lost that joy. It's like I lost the joy of Skyrim, of me going, oh guys, a part's coming, you're gonna love it, because in this one I get to hear all the lore of the Elder Scrolls, or on this one I get to go to Sovngarde, and it's great. I lost all that. It just felt like an obligation, but it was just because of how my head was. So I untangled that thread. The biggest threads that remain tangled, but slightly less tight, is my game list on Twitch. As I mentioned, it's 96 games. And that is that's games that I've started or promised to my audience that I have not done, because I would set goals like community point redemption. If you're a streamer, you know what I'm talking about. Community point redemption, or sub goals, or I've mentioned flippantly, like, I'll play that game for you. Put it on a list, never got round to it. And I can't bring myself to get rid of that list because it's something that I promise people, if that makes sense. So this year, I'm on a ban. I'm not allowed to add to that list, even if I take stuff off of it, for at least 6 months, and I may extend it to the end of the year, so that I can untangle those threads as well. It's like, there was Valiant Heart, The Great War, I think is what it's called. And on one of the first days in January, I was like, guys, I'm going to finish it. And it had been outstanding for 2 years, because part 1 was already on YouTube, and I finished it within 4 hours. That's how long I've been putting it off. So that's what this year is going to be. It's going to be about closing the gate of 2024 and 2025. So when we hit 2027, clean slate. That is my aim. And also staying at home, saving money, because these are games that I already own. I've wasted money buying. Not wasted, but you know what I mean? It's a waste because I've not played them. And I'm going to get my money back. So basically, it was an investment 2 years ago. Now I get to play it. So those threads remain kind of tangled, kind of not. I have a plan, but I'm doing a thing on the channel where I have a command, ! January goals, so people can see what I'm working towards, kind of see why I'm breaking down, kind of see why the streams are going the way they are, like, as in the content, so people can join in. They can say, okay, this month I'm going to also set X, Y, and Z. And that way, we can all work together. So that was another change I made. I literally sat there for, I think, 3 days straight with my iPad and my computer, and I just worked out, right, this one would do this, this one would do this, this one would do this. Potentially, if we've done this by this point, we could do this. It's like playing a game of chess with myself. But I think the biggest element I had to pull away from it was there's no shame. I felt so much shame that I felt like because I'd focused so much on work, that I'd let myself go. And that's the next change, is going back to the gym and getting more active. I'm not doing too badly with being active, I'm not doing too badly with the gym, it's just I need to focus on it for me. So that is going to be the third change, is a more consistent gym routine, because I want to climb 3 mountains. And I think that's how I'm going into this. This hibernation is experimenting, like, that would work on that day, or that would work on that day. Like, going into the office 4 days a week when I'm only contracted for 2 is an experiment of hibernation. If it works, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, I won't. It's all just an experimental phase of 3 months where if something doesn't work, no one's going to see me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I did a life audit, like I said I was going to do. And I can't be too, like, specific about my personal life, but that was probably where I tested best, was my personal life. My home, my family, my relationships. That was where I tested best. The bit where I tested negatively was work-life balance. And overcommitting. I think having so many goals, having so many games is a proof that I overcommit, because if I can make someone happy or I can do something to help someone else, I will do it at the expense of myself. And that is one of the hardest lessons I'm learning, is that I need to pull back and prioritize myself, my own resources, and it's against my nature. My nature is to give everything, and it's something so hard to unlearn, but I am doing it bit by bit. My other goals for this year, kind of to try and boost this, is I'm going to read 50 books this year, watch 100 films, so I have some downtime to kind of just prioritize that in itself. And obviously climbing the mountains is working on something physical that's real, that I can train for at the gym. But when I made these videos, I wanted to set something for the next me to work on. So I've done the life audit, I've done Untangling the Thread, so I've done a lot of mental stuff for January and December. I think what I want to do for February is more physical, so I want to get out the house and do some practice walks, which I will put the footage in, and get back to the gym. So I think next month needs to be physical, so power off apparently. So my goals for me is going to be, I think, consistent gym routine. I've got to work it out around these new office days though, so it may take a bit of trial and error, and get a couple of practice walks in. For a short month of February, I think that's doable. So for the 18th of Feb, that's my goals for this project, is get more walks in. I intended this one to be kind of bigger than it's actually ended up being, but I think that's okay because there was a lot of background work. Like I said, sitting down, being honest with myself, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, that I couldn't actually show you because I can't show you me going into the office because, you know, stranger danger. I can't show you untangling my stuff because I was too ashamed to show you it tangled. But just trust me when I say, you should be able to see the difference. There's VODs every 2 days again. There's the end of Skyrim coming. There's the start of Horizon Zero Dawn. The whole game list is on the front of Twitch. You can see them disappear. They're also on Discord being crossed out so people can see them. We're getting there. Next month, we will have more to show you. But for now, I'm happy with what I've done mentally. I feel a lot better for it. I do have my down moments when I think about last year, but you can only dwell for so long. So if you like this and you want to follow along, feel free to follow along. If you think she's just rambling for frickin' 13 minutes, that's absolutely fine too. But I hope to see you in February, and I hope that we get to get our physical on, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!